Welcome back to Getting Started Training. This is Module 4, Step B, and this is more on scripts, okay? This is more on what to say, okay? Things you say to people that are in a home business. I think I went over that quite a bit in the last step, but I'm gonna go over it more because it's so very important. Once you do get their attention, remember you just wanna let them know it's an extra stream of income, and once you build their curiosity, the first thing you wanna talk about is paying the new people. We pay 50% commission, and ask them how much you get paid if you sign somebody up for a $4.99 kit. Most of them are going to tell you $50 to $75. There's a couple companies right now that are bragging about they have $100 startup bonuses. We have $250 startup bonus. So what you say is working harder or working smarter, not harder. Work smarter, not harder. See, you have to go sign up 3 or 4 business partners to make $250. All I have to do is sign up 1 business partner to make $250. And just simply ask them, do you think your team will work harder for $250 than they work for $75? Of course they will. Of course they will. So you let them know their team's gonna work harder. It really, really piques their interest, okay? It really piques their interest. So those are the things you say to them. You talk about the comp plan. Anybody in a home business or has struggled in a home business or failed in a home business, I always mention, I ask them what business was it? And usually it's skincare, wellness, or weight loss. And I bring up these facts. Did you know there's 18.2 million people that promote a home business in the USA alone? 18.2 million people promoting a home business. And most of them are in weight loss, wellness, or skincare. That's a lot of competition. And it's so difficult for the new person to have success. I mean, they're competing against 18 million people. Everyone's all over social media. There's 18 million people promoting their product on social media. You've heard that, through 5 levels or 7 levels that we all seem to know each other somehow once you get to 7 levels deep. Well, if that's the case and 18 million people are out promoting a product, don't you think your friends and family have been approached by a weight loss or wellness or skincare product and business plan? Of course, most of them have. And their guard's up, that's completely saturated. It's completely saturated. So, it's so very important to say those things to people. Hey, I understand, man. It was very difficult. If you didn't have success, let them know it's difficult. You're competing against 18 million people. Did you know there's only 20,000 people in the entire US promoting wine with our company? We're the first to market this. And most of the wealth is created. Most of the wealth is created in the people that join the first year or 2. So your time to join is right now, and then get all the people in the ground floor opportunity so we can all build wealth together. And then I always talk about, man, it was difficult. Anybody that was in wellness, I talk about how difficult it was to keep customers. Everyone knows that pain. You get 5 or 10 customers, and 2 months later you have 2. You know how hard it is to build a business when 80% of your customers are falling off or canceling their ordership? Not just your customers, but 80% of your business partners are canceling their order because they didn't make money in their first couple months. 80% are canceling. We have like a 93% reorder rate. It's wine. Even if someone's not having success in their wine business, do you think they're going to cancel their wine? They love wine. Okay, 93% reorder rate. The same person in another company that goes and gets 10 customers and 10 people in their organization, whether they be customers or business partners, 3 months later they have 2. They have 2. In that same scenario, after a month, our first 10, we'd have 8. Do the math. Work smarter, not harder. These are things I say to people in home businesses. Okay, it's very important. That's what you say. Realtors. If you know anybody that's a realtor, these are things you say to realtors. You guys are always out networking. You're always having wine parties, and I always joke. And you know what? The only ones there are usually realtors. So you're out networking with other realtors. And what this does is, one, our realtors love the wine to give as gifts. how about that? A great wine from another country with tasting notes? What a great gift. What a great concept, right? But what do realtors do? What's their end game? They want to network. They always want to grow their network. So if we're having wine parties once every 2 weeks, some of the bigger cities are having them once a week, isn't that networking? They're growing their business. They're meeting more people. That's what realtors do. So those are things you say to realtors, okay? Anybody that works in a salon, you're a barber, you're a hair salon, talk about the ability to give wine to your clients. How much more retention would you get? How much more would your clients talk to their friends about your business if you're serving them great wines from around the world? And each month they go in, they get a new wine served to them as you're working on their hair. It's a no-brainer, right? There's a lot more of these scripts down below. Just click on that link that says more scripts. It'll give you things to say, rebuttals. You know, here's a rebuttal. What do you say to the person that, oh, it's a scam. It's one of those pyramid things. I love this one. And it's all about posture at this point. I never want anyone downplaying this industry, because this industry, this wonderful professional home business, has changed my life forever. And I have lots of friends on my phone that have made millions of dollars in this industry that came from, you know, they were average people and they did extraordinary things. I know so many people that have had their lives changed because of this industry. So nobody's going to downplay this wonderful profession to me. And I'll just simply say, pyramid scheme? And I'll look them in the eye and say, first off, I would never be part of a pyramid scheme. Do you even know what those are? That's when somebody makes a profit when there's no product traded. Okay? It's absolutely illegal, and I would never, ever be a part of something illegal. You know, our company uses Kevin Thompson. He's the number one attorney in home business. He helped design our pay plan to make sure we're totally compliant in every category. So we're not just legal now, but we're legal forever. So we're here 20, 30, 40 years from now. Kevin Thompson, look him up. He's the best home business attorney on the planet, and he makes sure that direct sellers is compliant in every area, okay? And then I just simply look him in the eye and say, what gave you, what bad experience have you had with home business to make you think it's a scheme or a pyramid? And I'll talk to them a little bit more. I don't want anyone that mentions that. I probably don't want them in my business because, one, they're negative, and I don't want negative energy in our team. But I don't want them leaving that conversation thinking anything bad about network marketing. Okay, so I'll take it a step further, but I have posture and I believe in this. I'm bulletproof. There's nothing anybody could say to me that's going to change my mind about this profession, because I have seen it change hundreds of my friends' lives. Hundreds. And I've seen it change tens of thousands of people's lives from all walks of lives. Okay, me, for instance, changed my life forever. I was 42 years old and flat broke and scared to death of our future. Hadn't had a job in 10 years. What was I gonna do? This home business changed my life and our family's life forever. So don't let anyone downplay this profession. Don't let anybody that does say anything bad and you want them in your business, put them on the phone with me. I'll change their mind, I promise you. Okay, but don't get in an argument. Just state the facts and ask them, why do you have such a bad feeling about it? And then talk about corporate America. And here's one thing I always try to do, man. Times are changing. Have you noticed what's going on in the world today? Everything's changing. Retail stores are closing. Did you know the number one realtor in the world right now is Amazon? And they don't even own a retail location. Everybody's buying online. Did you know the number one taxi company in the world right now is Uber? And they don't even own a taxi. Everything's through social marketing now. Did you know the number one hotel chain in the world is Airbnb? The number one hotel chain in the world is Airbnb, and they don't even own a single location. It's all social marketing. People are using their own homes to provide for people that are searching for places to stay. Everything's switching. Direct sellers is in the greatest spot because we're connecting people that love wine to the wineries. Okay, as these wine stores start to close all over the USA, because it's coming, okay? But people aren't going to stop ordering wine. That's never going to stop. So we're the connector. We're the Uber. We connect the wine lovers to the wine sellers, to the wineries, okay? The world is changing. We're the Airbnb of business. We connect the business people to the wineries, okay? We're the connector. We help change lives. Everything's done through social marketing nowadays. The world is changing. So those are things I say to those people. I hope you got a lot of value from this one. It's one of my favorite topics because I'm so passionate about it, and I want you to build the belief, not just in our team, but in our profession, because it's an amazing profession. It's the only profession I know where ordinary people like me can do extraordinary things. Okay, I hope you got a lot of value from this. Bye-bye for now, and we'll see you on the next module.